If you started dating, I would advise anyone to stop seeing or sleeping with whoever they were sleeping with in the past. Once you get to a specific point in, you know, dating someone new that you feel like you're going to be sexually active and, you know, this is the person you want to build with, this is someone you see a connection with and you want to get into a relationship with, all of the sexual activity with anybody else needs to be dead. You need to dead it. You need to tell them you got into something new. I know we were just having sex, or if you guys had a little bit of a relationship and you guys were, I don't know, trying to see where things go, you got to make a decision. And if the new relationship is where you want to go, cut it off. I don't think there's any reason to be, you know, dealing with two people. If you want to start a relationship with this new person that you're dating and are interested in, get the sex there. It only makes sense to me.
What do you think, Crystal?
I mean, I could definitely agree. Like, if you're going on this date with this guy, it's all about what do you want from your relationships? What are you getting from that relationship? So it's like, if you want the whole package, like sex, connection, building the whole, like, okay, I'm about to marry this guy in the future, then dead all your other relationships that you have. If you're just in a whimsical place and you just want to like go out and just have fun and you don't want to be committed, like, I'm not gonna tell a woman what to do. I don't advise you to have sex with multiple people, obviously. But if that's what you feel like you need to do because you're exploring or you're trying to basically figure out what you want, everybody's different. Me personally, I can't have sex with multiple people at a time because I'm getting clouded. So that's why from my previous relationships into my new like dating experience, I'm taking different steps and different approaches just to see what works, because I've seen doing this in the past is like, oh, I think I like this person, but I created this person kind of off the connection that we had on our date, but off the connection we had sexually too. So it's like, okay, I think you're this person off of what you said and what you're doing. I like you even more because now we have a sexual connection. But as time goes on, it's like, where were we really going? Or do we really like have the same mindset? Can we really connect? Can we really compromise and move forward?
I feel like that sounds poetic.
Yeah, they think they locked in. Yeah. Oh, he asked for a second date. Like,
I don't think I'm locked in. I just know, like, I know you're going back out with me because you probably want to see what it's like. You know, you want to add me to your collection, quote unquote. That's the new thing, right? So I'm not trying to.
You got this guard up. Like,
it's no guard. It's no guard.
Listen, it's okay. Look, we've all been a victim. Right? I want to let you know we've all been a victim.
Now I'm giving off victim vibes.
Yo, nah, you know what it is? Stop thinking like that.
No, I'm not. I'm genuinely asking. I know I can come off aggressive.
You're not coming off aggressive.
Okay, well, I don't know. I know I can come off.
You're not coming off victim vibes.
Okay.
You're just coming off as like, yo, look, I made some mistakes and now I'm trying to make no mistakes now.
Oh, well, no, I wouldn't say no mistakes. I'm not the perfect person. Yes, sometimes I try to aim for perfection. And as women, we try to aim for perfection. Yes. And I try to aim for perfection, and obviously that doesn't exist. It's impossible. So I can sometimes like exhaust myself from trying to be this person I can never be, or hold up this image I can never hold up. People are going to think what they think about you, and the situations you go through it's just a lesson learned. So yeah, moving forward, like, I'm going to correct my steps because now I know what I want. Before, like, I knew what I want, but I was playing around with it kind of thing because I was maybe trying to please this person or please that person. But moving forward, I want to please myself first, then please whoever's in my life. Instead of trying to like off rip go, all right, like, I like you, I'm interested in you, but sometimes I'm like trying to adjust too early, I guess.
I think you love too hard, so then you tend to put people before you, so that's why you have to push them aside so much, so then that way you don't put them before you too early. That's my personal analysis.
I can say my balance with certain things could be off, yes. Yeah. Like, I have to learn how to like level out.
You've been on many dates, right? Cool. You've been on many dates, right? All right. Whatever.
Yeah.
Amanda's the 1-2 person. She only goes on one or two things, 1 or 2 times, and that's it. All right, cool. But we've been on dates before. But you've been on a good date. You've been on a good date, at least one, right? You have a date that you went on, it's like, wow, this was a great date, right? Mm-hmm. Now, that happens twice. right? You guys, you follow me?
I'm following.
This happens twice. You had 2 great dates, and now you're about to go on your 3rd great date. Whatever the best date that you ever had, picture that happening 3 times, right? Now, we're not saying have sex on that actual day, but you've been on 3 dates, and now maybe this person is talking more so, sexual. Are you receptive after having the 3 best dates that you could recollect? Absolutely, right?
Absolutely. I'm already thinking about having sex before I even got to the date.
Now,
Absolutely.
Crystal, I'm asking you as well, because this week's a lot of runaround. I try to get to the point.
Run around. All right, let's go. Let's go.
So, like, when you got to that 3rd date, like, whatever the best date that you had, right? The vibes matched, the dude was fly, or whoever was fly, you know what I'm saying? You guys had a great time. Conversations were on point. And now you've had 2 of them, and now you're about to go on the 3rd one with this person. Now, do you think it's fair for the guy and for yourself to be, typically you're probably more excited, right? You're probably like, yo, yeah, we going on another date.
Definitely.
We had 2 great dates. He's fly. You're probably telling all your girlfriends about how good your 2 dates were, right? Now you're going to go on this 3rd one, and now he's starting to talk more sexual. Are you receptive, or are you definitely going to try to make him wait for the...
I'm not saying I'm automatically every day like, oh my God, like I can't give him this, I can't give him that. Like, obviously I'm just like, I want to wait, I want to consume. All right, let me not run around, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Let me not run around.
I'm glad you caught yourself.
Anyways, by the 3rd date, if we have good experience on the first 2 dates, yes, I'm receptive to whatever is going to come next. If we haven't done that already, yes, I know that's going to come into play. And if I want to do it, I'm going to do it.
Thank you. That's all I ever wanted to hear.
Well, it depends. You know what? I'm thinking, like, what is he saying, though? Like, he's talking sexual, because that might turn me off.
I mean, don't get too far into it.
No, yeah, because I'm just thinking about me already having the idea that I wanted to have sex with him today after our date. But I'm like, but if he pushing the sex talk, I don't know, that might turn me off a little bit.
Okay, so all right, I get it. So by the 3rd date, we don't have it solidified. It's just like, the ball is now starting to get into our court, but we can ruin everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's fair. That's why a lot of people probably get nervous on the 3rd date. Because imagine if I've been having such a great time for you for the first 2 dates, and now I go on the 3rd date, and if I overstep my boundary, in which now I'm starting to get more comfortable.
You could be comfortable, but if in the first 2 dates you haven't even mentioned sex, you haven't even was talking like that, if you overdoing it on the 3rd date, I'm gonna be like, where is this even coming from? Because we didn't even talk about any of this. Like, I wasn't finna give it up to you anyway today because you just been so great. But I'm like, you're doing too much now. I feel like with sex, you always gotta be very subtle with women on a date. Like,
yeah, I agree.
You gotta be subtle, because some guys be doing too much. They be doing overly too much sometimes. So it's like, if you keep pushing sex, even if I wanted to give you sex, now I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Like,
I agree. Yeah. So what's subtle?
What is subtle?
Go ahead.
I'm not a guy. I don't know what the hell y'all be saying.
You know what turns you on? What's subtle, Amanda? What was some subtle, like?
Crystal?
What's subtle?
Yeah, like, girl, you look better than that piece of cake right there. I know that's not subtle. What's subtle?
That's corny.
Yeah, what's subtle?
Subtle is just like, you just gotta come in soft. Like, you can't just be like, damn, girl, like, you look good. Grab, like, or just be like, just don't overly
I can't even tell you. Is that bad? I can't even tell you what, because
just don't drool over me all the time. That's how I feel. Like, just don't be drooling over me all the time.
I can't think about what they be saying right now. What do they be? Rico, how do you do it? How do you do it?
So speaking of being subtle, right? Since Amanda said that,
I actually wanted to ask that question because I don't know how to answer. I wanted Rico to answer. So speaking of being subtle, what is the?
All right.
What is the right things? Like, what is the right things to say? What is the right actions to take by the 3rd date?
All right. So I'm gonna give you some of the Rico tips, because these are gems right here. Like, the goal is, it's very hard. So you have to read the woman, right? Because if I'm going on a date with a girl and is it the first or the second date or the third date, doesn't matter. You always have to find a balance and letting her know that you want to do something sexual with her, but not be thirsty about it as well. So it has to be it's like tasteful ways, tasteful flirting ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but like, let's just say if you said something about a drink, right? It's gonna sound corny off the top of my head, but I'm just making up an example. But let's say like, hey, look, this drink is really good. I love how sweet it is. Like, I love how sweet you are. Like, subtle.
That just sounds sweet. That doesn't sound like you want to get me to the bed.
Nah, but like how you say it is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I said it like, yeah, well, I love how sweet you are, it's gonna sound like it's like, you know, romantic and googly eyed. But if I said it like,
Rico said that's not me.
If I said it with a little like, yeah, I love how sweet you are, like, you be like, come on, stop it. It's not even like that. But yeah, you're right. So it's like you want to apply a joke and then back off. It's like a stick and jab move. I mean, a stick and move. So you jab and then you move. So you apply the joke, but then you move. Because if you apply and you stand too long, now you're a creep. Now she's turned off. Now she doesn't want to do it. And if you do it too much, then it's overkill. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be really, really, really slow paced, but present with that type of energy that you want to do something. Because otherwise, you could probably end up like that dude that you was dating. Because the problem is when a man don't take initiative, this is my opinion. When a man does not take initiative and he allows a girl to control the narrative, he more likely than not won't have sex with that girl, or he will in a very long period of time. So instead of 3 dates, it might be 6 dates for him.